about 3 years ago, I did a video about comics from the UK. Now, I didn't purchase them there myself. I am Canadian. Those were actually brought to me by a friend years ago. I'll tell you all about that if you go and watch that video. And it turned out to be one of my most viewed videos as well, which I thought was fantastic. And through, the comments section and that sort of thing, I learned a lot more about Beano comics. And so I got more interested in them. And so I went to the thrift store and I found a bunch of these. I got some fun-size Beanos and a fun-size Dandy. These ones are all from about 1997, I think it is. Pardon me, this one's 2000. So Beano, fun-size Beano number 65 is from 2000, and I'm guessing 66 the same year. And then we got a fun-size Dandy. That might be earlier, actually. There we go, 1997. Yeah, fun-size Beano, fun-size Dandy. Now, these are just little, they're like little Archie digests is what they remind me of. I mean, they're about the same size. They're, in some cases, not quite as thick, but it's like 70p, which I think is... Just a second, I gotta do some calculation here. So yeah, so I did the calculations. So 70p for this, at least by today's conversion rate, 70p in the UK would have equaled like $1.20 here in Canada. Who knows, the exchange rate could have been wildly different. So yeah, these little ones are, like it says right on the cover, it features 2 stories with 2 different Beano, or rather in this case Dandy, characters. You get Molly, who I freaking hate this character. Just a spoiled little brat, and she's getting into trouble all the time, but it's all her fault, and she has this horrible temper and beats up people, and she's horrible, I hate her. Then it's got like little fun pages here, you're spot the difference or something, and figure out this word game. And then it's got the second story, which it shows here on the cover, with Banana Man. Banana Man is a kid that eats a banana and becomes a superhero. Yeah, it's dumb. But this one, he's fighting like space aliens, who just happens to look like a hawk. I read it, I don't remember. These things, they go by and they don't stick. Which is like, kind of the thing with these Beano comics, is that they're made to be one-off laugh, It's like Archie comics. Totally reminds me of Archie, because you got your established characters, and all you got to do is plug in like certain story elements and rotate them between the characters and stuff. And basically they're like weekly comics, or these fun-size ones I'm guessing are like a summer special one. Your parents would buy this and you have these to read when you're on holidays or whatever. Yeah, they're like the Archie Digest, because it's like you only get a couple of stories, but you get familiar characters and familiar stories, and everything is so overdone, and it's very cartoony, very and that's kind of cool. But I mean, there's full of so many pages of like biff, splash, this, that, and wham, bang, somebody getting hurt and somebody fucking around with somebody else. And these ones might be a bit of an exception. These are Beano Superstars, Dennis the Menace. So it's kind of like Marvel superheroes featuring Spider-Man. This isn't the Dennis the Menace comic book. It's like a spotlight series, and it says here, adapted from the fantastic TV series every month. Okay. Oh, and by the way, it costs £1 10p. It's probably about $2 Canadian, maybe $1.85 or something like that. Yeah, Dennis ahoy. Yeah, this one you can kind of already telegraph what it's all about when you see the cover here. It's Dennis and a whale. Somehow has to fight a whale or encounters a whale. Once again, one thing I love about the Beanos and the Dandies and the UK comics is there's like no ads. I mean, this is an ad, but it's an ad for the Beano and the Dandy. It's like getting yourself a subscription, and you don't have to worry about your parents picking it up at the shop for you. See, I said shop because I'm becoming more British every day, right? Yeah, it starts out, Dennis is getting in trouble and blah, 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 and then he ends up on a ship somehow. Here we go, and shenanigans ensue. And I noticed that all the characters in here, at least like what's supposed to be our protagonists, they're all like really mean looking, you know? And they're always getting into shit, and like even the dog is evil. You know, and I don't know, they're just troublemakers, and I noted that in one of my previous videos, that the people in Dennis the Menace comics are all awful. Like, and everybody's an idiot, and everybody's hurting each other all the time, and playing jokes on each other, and mischievous. The ones that get the comeuppance in the end are the ones that are like the establishment, you know, like, I get it. Like, this is Dennis the Menace's dad, and he ends up falling in a pail of water at the end of the thing, and it's like, haha, Dad, you fucking idiot. Dad had nothing to do with the rest of the story, it just happens to be in the end of it, and gets hurt, and Dennis laughs. Meanwhile, all this shenanigans, including getting swallowed by a whale, Dennis is just a dick for the whole thing. Like, I don't know, man. Dennis the Menace. I guess I just never got it. I don't know. Roger the Dodger. Here's another one of the Beano superstars. Roger the Dodger. I guess he's a superstar. I mean, look at him. Evil AF, that guy. He's like, fuck you, teacher. I'm going to do my own thing and get out of doing stuff. And, like, you know, frequently the antagonists in these stories are, like, guys like this. I don't know how many Beano characters there are with the professor hat on, or like, dude, did teachers actually dress like that in, like, what is this, 1998? Kind of doubt that. Anyway, Roger the Dodger's like, basically just tries to get out of doing stuff all the time, and so he thinks he's so clever, and he has all these wicked plans and everything, and let's see how this one ends. Well, he got his shirt wrecked. So did he get his comeuppance? Did he learn anything? Was there a valid character arc in Dennis the Dodger, Roger the Dodger? This one's kind of neat, though. Now, this one I think is probably still based on the TV series, they said, which I've never seen. I'd actually like to see it. I might check it out on YouTube here. This one's called Star Sports, rather. Sorry. And it's interesting because Dennis, where does it happen? Gets abducted by aliens. Him and his dog Nasher. Yeah, they're abducted by aliens, and they're like, the aliens are just kind of weirdos, and oh, here they are getting one up on the aliens. They tie their tongues together and they fuck with them and make them wish they'd never picked them up in the first place. And here they're conspiring to do something else. What's that? Oh, sorry, Nasher. Bones too, please. Give him food. They're sailing around the universe, and what they do is they take him to this planet, and they put him in like gladiatorial games, or well, maybe not gladiatorial, but like here he's got to do a high jump, and I thought he had to fight somebody, but maybe not. Okay, here he's got javelin toss, but it all has to do with an alien twist. Here he has to run a foot race against a bunch of aliens. It's basically track and field versus aliens. Fight, fright. Does he actually have to fight? Maybe. Okay, well, and then he tickles the guy, and he falls over and laughs, and now they go home. And aliens eject them and drop them back into, what's it called? Beano Town. So yeah, they're in Beano Town, and I don't know what it is. Maybe Dennis is using alien technology against people. Yeah, but they get all this food in the end. And meanwhile, they're fucking with people all over the universe and being a bastard and his evil dog. Dennis the Menace. And this one I didn't actually read, and looks like it's pretty similar to... I'm not going to bother. Then finally I got I did read this one, a Dandy annual, 2011. So this is quite a bit later than those other ones, and this is £7.99. Now, £8, today's exchange rate, that's like $13.75, something like that, $13.65. And this was 13 years ago in the UK. Probably almost 14, because these are usually made like the year before. Like they come out in like December of the year before. Yeah, so this would have been like a Christmas annual. $14, roughly, Canadian. That's pretty good. I mean, I know that for a hardcover book like this at local bookstores, brand new, I mean, it's not that many pages, but in Canada, it probably would have cost us like $20. Maybe it even has a Canadian price tag. No, it doesn't. But anyway, yeah, it would have been like $20 in Canada. So this seems like it was a good deal. Now this one, yeah, it's the Christmas annual. It's the well, it doesn't specifically have to do with Christmas, but it's like the yearly annual, and you would give this to your kids for Christmas, right? And this one focuses on what are now very retro video games. It's got a Desperate Dan story in here. Desperate Dan, if you don't know, is like the Paul Bunyan guy almost. The thing is, he's big and strong and dumb, and he's a good guy, but he's always getting into trouble, or, you know, him being so big and stupid, like, gets him into trouble. Yeah, he's alright, he's whatever, and he eats cow pies, whatever the fuck that means. Cow shit? I don't know, they always got steam coming out of him, like these. Like his mom is cooking cow pies. Like, what the hell? It's got horns sticking out of it. That means it's like it's all beef, and Desperate Dan eats all the beef, and he's a manly man, and Big Dan, and he's just dumb, and whatever. Desperate Dan, desperate for readers. No, I'm kidding. I don't know any. Well, I mean, he's like supposed to be like Western guy, right? But this was made in the UK, but this guy is the mayor of the town, and he's dressed like fucking King Henry VIII or something. Okay. Here's another one, Blinky. This comic is all about making fun of the blind or the vision impaired. Like, he's got these giant glasses, and he can't see anything, and so he's constantly causing trouble or getting into trouble, and oh man. This one I didn't like. I'd never seen this before. Jack and Todd. I don't like the art. It's that 2000s kind of. Yeah, I don't know. What would you call that? Like Scott Pilgrim almost. Like I don't know. I don't really like that. And it looks stupid and doesn't make me laugh. Characters with the abstract shaped faces and heads and stuff, and yeah, it's dumb. There's a 2-page joke about Desperate Dan. This is Banana Man again. He looks different. This is the updated post-Ren and Stimpy Banana Man, I guess. There's Banana Man. In the end, what does he do? Something about rotten food. Who cares? Ollie Flip Trick. He's a skateboard kid, I guess, and so this looks all extreme. It looks dumb. There he is. And he's all extreme sports guy and gets hurt. Owen Gull is a classic character. He looks different too, but not quite as different as Banana Man does from his previous incarnations. Agent Dog 20. Yeah, I don't care for this kind of. I prefer the classic Beano look. Well, this is Dandy, but even so, like this is a little closer. Cuddles and Dimples, and I remember these guys from when I did the annuals video. Cuddles and Dimples, I hate Cuddles and Dimples. They're so stupid. Like, they're supposed to be siblings. They're both babies. They can talk. This guy wears a weird ass, supposed to be his diaper, just full of shit. And they both drool all over the place. They're babies and they beat up their dad like all the time. Like, that's their dad. And the dad has like a super hot wife here, but and he does it for the kids and whatever. He takes care of the kids, but he does it for her because he's so in love with her. And but the kids are, they're just horrible. They never suffer any consequences. Well, here they're crying because they want to get what they want, and I just hate Cuddles and Dimples. See, at the end, Dad's in jail, and these kids are, haha, Dad, you're an idiot. What is it? What do the Beano and the Dandy have against dads? Why are they always getting fucked up in the end? More Desperate Dan. Hey, Corky the cat. I haven't seen that guy in a while. He totally looks different. He looks more like Sylvester. More Desperate Dan. This one's about cattle rustlers or something, and looks kind of dumb. Here's some puzzle games here for you. Some word games, just like in the little summer specials. More Banana Man. Never thought Banana Man was very funny. Oh, here's more Cuddles and Dimples. Thank God. And yeah, this one looks equally dumb. They go shopping with their hot mom. And idiot dad gets hurt and ends up having to pay for a whole bunch of expensive broken shit. And meanwhile, it's totally the kid's fault, and they get him into all this trouble, and they do shit to him. And then the hot mom is like, okay, we're done shopping, let's go, honey. And he's like, oh my God, I gotta pay for like everything in this store because the kids broke it all or made me break it or whatever. Agent Dog 2-0 again. It's the dog is a secret agent, and the cat is of course like Dr. Evil. They even give him the gray jacket. It's dumb. And he has like a mouse henchman who's like Odd Job. And then we got Owen Goal again. He gets one more page. Just a guy that plays football all the time. Blinky again. Let's make fun of the blind again. Blinky on the shitter. I don't want to read that. I did read it, but I forgot. Marvo the Wonder Chicken. Never heard of this guy before. Bully Beef and Chips. I remember these guys from the 80s comics I have. Just, very recognizable character. Chips, not so much. That's why they have to put a C on his sweater, so you know that he's Chips. Okay, more Corky the cat. Corky the cat trying to steal a pie, and then he gets the pie. Puss in Boots. Jackie Todd is stupid. More Desperate Dan. Brass Neck. This is a different one. Yeah, anyway, this kid has a robot, and the robot's trying to prove how much better he is at everything, and turns out he is better at everything until he gets charged with static or gets magnetized or something like that. He gets struck by lightning, and then he becomes magnetized, and the kid laughs at him. Aha, stupid robot. More puzzles. More Jack and Todd. Fucking stop with the Jack and Todd already. Banana Man. Fat Banana Man. What the heck? Oh, he ate a funky rotten banana with a mushroom growing out of it. And then he farts himself to death at the end. Well, not to death, but that's what I imagine, because I think that's the last appearance of Banana Man in this book. More Blinky, more blind jokes. Owen Goal, more football jokes. More puzzles. See, you get a lot of stuff here for £7.99. Like, I don't really like it all, but this shows again how different and unique UK comics are. I mean, they're pumping out these things like a factory, just like Archie comics, but they kept it going for this long, and I guess they adjust things for new generations of kids, like more kids that were kids in 2011 are probably more likely to read a comic that has characters that look like this in there than even like 10, 13 years earlier. Like this is more the traditional, like this looks more like the 80s stuff. mainly because it's on actual newsprint. Yeah. But these annuals are great. Like, I mean, if you like the characters, like, okay, well, we did see Banana Man again. Maybe he didn't fart himself to death. Yeah, more Desperate Dan. And Desperate Dan carves his name on North America. What a jerk. So there's the Dandy Annual 2011. Then we got these Beano Superstars full-size comics. Full-size in that they're like, I don't know, 40 pages or something. Which is pretty good, pretty impressive with no ads. Alright, so there it is. There's some more UK comics for you. Always fun to revisit these comics. Yeah, if I see more in the thrift stores, I'll pick them up. I don't think I'd buy them new off the newsstand, like if they even sell them anywhere here in Canada. I'm not paying premium prices or anything. I ain't paying no 60p. If you've seen any of my videos about these comics, just realize that I don't really know what's going on with these. I don't know the backstory. I never read these as a kid, with the exception of those old ones that I had in the 80s. But I didn't grow up with these, right? I grew up with Spider-Man and like the Avengers. And anyway, I just thought I'd show you these because I think they're interesting, and to see what, you know, comics were like on the other side of the world in these particular eras. Kicks the crap out of Archie, if you ask me. Anyway, have a good one, everybody.